So Russell Senesac, I am the Director of Strategy for North America, specifically focused on the data center segment. So I'm responsible for looking at the market, the trends, the challenges for our partners and the customers in that market, and helping derive solutions that we as Schneider can help solve those problems. Yeah, so modernization in the data center space is a very hot topic right now, and a lot of it's driven by these new technologies that we keep trying to stuff in there, like artificial intelligence and machine-to-machine learning and things like that. But the challenge is that a lot of the data centers that we have today were built a while ago. And so really what we need to be able to do is figure out what needs to be modernized in those data centers, and after we figure out what that needs to be modernized, it's around grabbing data from those systems themselves. Modernization is about data, and it's about having the ability to understand where to spend your next dollar. So if you're going into a modernization opportunity and you don't understand what you have, it's very difficult to figure out where you want to spend the money. And so you want to be able to connect to devices, you want to instrument, you want to get that data first to be able to make those actionable decisions. Sure. If you think about, a lot of places when we talk about modernization where the biggest bang for the buck is, it's on the mechanical side. So really what you want to do is you want to be able to understand airflow in your data center. You want to be able to understand where's the air coming from, where's it going, and then that'll actually make you be able to make decisions like, do I just need to put blanking panels in? Do I need to just move panels around? Or do I need to spend some more money and actually start to move the cooling closer to where the actual load in the data center itself is? So it's data that helps me make that decision. So some examples of fixing the basics in the data center space would be things that don't cost you a lot of money. So if we look at the mechanical side, it's things about containment. It's things about making sure hot air is where hot air is and cold air is where cold air is, and minimize that mixing that's got to go on. It's little things like being able to go maybe from low voltage going to the rack to higher voltage in the rack here in the North America market, going from 120 to 240. It's about being able to connect to connectable equipment. There's a lot of equipment in the data center that's connectable that we're not connecting to today. So there's some very simple things that we can do to actually modernize what we have without spending a lot of money. When it comes to actually innovating in the data center and truly modernizing the equipment, a lot of times it's around the idea of things spinning up and down, because that's what you find today in the IT side, is that they don't draw a consistent load. When demand goes up, the power consumption goes up, and then it'll come back down. So you're looking for things like variable speed drives to be able to spin up and down. You're looking for fans to be able to spin up and down. You're even looking for modular type systems that can be scaled by small increments versus trying to build something monolithic and all at once. So when you do spend money, you want to look to spend money in ways that allow you to be scalable and dynamic. So I love conferences like DCD. I think that great opportunity for us to be able to talk with customers that are dealing with the trends in our industry, the big buzzwords that are out there like edge and cloud, and really trying to demystify some of what the buzzwords are towards what the challenges are that they're actually facing, and then understanding how those challenges are affecting their business, because that's what we as Schneider are about, is trying to figure out what those challenges are and being able to solve those for our customers. So love being able to interact directly with partners and customers alike and figure out what those challenges are. I think that the biggest highlight that I would say, at least take away from me, is it's always interesting at the emerging trends. So you walk through the trade show area, and if you go back 2 years ago, I don't think you saw anybody liquid cooling at all in those spaces, and now all of a sudden you see 4, 5, 6 vendors down there for liquid cooling. I think DC direct current is another interesting trend that we're seeing as a potential, and just the overall IT trend of things going from CPUs to GPUs, I think, is another interesting one that I keep seeing out here. So those are some of the ones we're watching.